Okay, I really hope it's focused. Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video, I literally don't really have much of a plan. I just wanted to come up here and update y'all, like all 12 of y'all. If you're a subscriber, you're a real one, by the way. So I haven't uploaded in over a year, I think. But I'm about to go to college, and I think there's going to be a lot of good content that I can create. So I'm wanting to really start this up again, but I wanted to start with a update video, or pretty much a kickstart to my YouTube channel. Basically, just going to be talking about life, and I originally just was going to have this video as like a coming out video, and then decided I'd add some more stuff. But if you can tell by my makeup, yeah, that's a little bit of what the video is about today. It's June. Also, I'm really sorry if the fan is this fan sound is bothering you, but they don't have air conditioning in this house and it's hot. So, and I know it's fine. Anyways, so yeah, it's June, which means it's Pride Month, which I love and I'm so excited about. This is pretty much my first Pride Month, out. I finally came out to my mother, which I don't really care that much about, but I'm about to come out to my stepdad. It's not super huge for me, I think, and all of my friends already knew before I told them. They were you could just tell. But yeah, so I am bisexual. I'm not a lesbian. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Bless you. But I'm bisexual, so I like boys and I like girls as well. I don't know, yeah, I feel like it's, thankfully, it's becoming a more accepted thing, but I think with bisexuality, that's something that a lot of people struggle with because there's so many stereotypes and stigmas around it. You're not actually bi, you're just halfway to being gay. You're actually gay, but you're just trying to cover it up or something like that, Or my bisexuality is not your fetish. And that is something that I think a lot of people just look at, especially bisexual women. They just look at it as a fetish. Oh, that's so hot. Versus with bisexual guys, they're oh, he's actually just gay. He, blah, blah, blah. And I think that's very stupid, and I hate it. And I hate it for bisexual men, and I don't think us girls expressing our sexuality should be considered hot or a fetish or something that guys like. I've pretty much dealt with that ever since I really started expressing it. I didn't choose to be bisexual, which is a big misconception, is that people choose to be bisexual. I liked girls and thought about them in that way before I even knew what it was. I can remember being 6-7 years old and thinking about girls like that, and I didn't know what being gay was. And I was raised in a Christian conservative household, and before they even told me what it was, I thought that way about girls. And then whenever I was told it was wrong. But I still had these thoughts in my head. And, I pushed them down for a long time. I remember the first time I ever really came out with it was in 7th grade. I liked a girl, and we started talking, and it just didn't work out because, she started dating someone else. But first grade experience with a girl, but I've kissed girls before, and my first kiss was actually a girl, which is really crazy to me that I never really thought that through. It was maybe I'm bisexual, and I've been pretty open about it, to my friends for sure, and they've already know. Like I said, they could just tell, but I never really fully came to accept it. I never dated girls. especially because I wasn't sure how my family would react, and I told my siblings, because my brother is pansexual. So when he came out to my parents, it was pretty bad for him. So that just made me like keep myself in the closet to them even longer, because I was afraid of how they would react. So, but like him and my sister and my other brother, I've told them, and they've known for a while, like, I don't know how long, but a while. My friends have known, my boyfriends in the past have known, and of course, some of them have just been like, oh, that's hot. But, I don't know really why I felt compelled to do this, but I guess it was just Pride Month, and I've come to be a lot more outspoken about the things I'm passionate about the past couple years. Being raised in that conservative household, and with in a very small southern town, I was surrounded by a lot of closed-minded people, and then the ones that were too afraid to speak out about it, which I do not blame them, because I was the same way, and I still am sometimes. But I've come to, with just social issues, and like with everything going on right now with Black Lives Matter, and everyone, like, and I'm sorry if the lighting fluctuates, but everyone in like my town, and like my family and stuff, not everyone in my family, but like a lot of like my family, they are like those all lives matter people, and all lives matter, and they're very conservative, and they're like pro-life, and they're homophobic, and they don't agree with any of this. And I started growing up, and I started believing what I wanted to believe, not what I was raised to believe, and it just opened this whole new world for me. And for a while I was afraid to speak out about it. I remember like looking back on my memories that I posted on Facebook like 5 years ago. When I was 12, I was still thinking exactly what my parents were thinking. So I was posting pro-life and like against gays. Meanwhile, that little piece of me was like, you're bisexual. And so I've come to do a complete 180 when it comes to that. Like, I'm very, very pro-choice. I'm very pride. I'm very Black Lives Matter. I'm very liberal in the sense of social issues and morals and just thoughts and feelings. And I'm bisexual, and I stand with people of color. I stand with everything that's going on. I'm not afraid to speak out about it anymore. I know, like, when I share things on my Instagram story about being pro-choice or Black Lives Matter, I've gotten some backlash from it, and especially on Facebook, which is where my older family members are, and people from my small town, things like that. Facebook is a lot more conservative, and the people that I have on it. So when I would post things like the Black Lives Matter or Pride, I've gotten some comments, not necessarily backlash, but like disagreements, and I have gotten a little bit of backlash on the pro-choice thing, which I'm not surprised about. Sometimes I look at my old self and I'm very disappointed in how I thought, but then I just say, no, you should be proud of how far you've come, because it's not about what you used to think, it's about what you think now. It's about changing, it's about growing, which I feel like I've done a lot when it comes to accepting people, being open-minded. I don't like to hate on anybody, and I just don't see how people can stand here and still be racist and still be sexist, which is one very big thing I'm very passionate about, and still be homophobic and still be pro-life. The thing is there's so much hypocrisy in all of those as well. I feel like these people, I don't want to this is getting political, isn't it? Yeah. Well, but you know what? I don't care. Because being political or being not political is a privilege. White privilege is a thing. Male privilege is a thing. Cisgendered privilege is a thing. Being straight, that privilege is a thing. All of these are things. White men that are cisgendered and straight are probably the most comments I get on when I share these things. They're the ones that come and tell me, oh, all lives matter, or, you know, abortion is murder, or, you know, things like that. And I'm like, all lives matter is just so detrimental. It really is. Because Black Lives Matter does not mean no lives matter. It means Black Lives Matter because they haven't mattered. They haven't for the 400 years this country has been, this country is built on systemic racism. And they're still suffering from it today. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this. But I think it's very important to talk about. I think people say white privilege isn't a thing because their lives are hard. That's not what it's saying. It's saying that none of your problems were caused because of the color of your skin, which is what people of color, especially blacks in America, are faced with every day, especially with the police and the police brutality. I could say so much about this, but I don't know. I feel like this wasn't what I was planning for this video to go. I was literally just going to be updating you on my life, talking about pride, and that it's something I'm so passionate about. All of this, Black Lives Matter, feminism, pro-choice and pride. I think it is so important that it's 2020. Why? I just can't wrap my mind around how people are still hating on people just for expressing who they are. If we could choose our sexuality, why would we choose the sexuality that would get us hate and that would get us beat up and murdered and all this? Like, why would we choose that? We cannot choose our sexuality. We can't. It's not a choice. It is something we are born with. It is not mental illness. It is us. It is our sexuality. Doesn't make us, it doesn't break us, and it doesn't make us any less human than you. I've had very accepting friends and siblings when it comes to this part of me. And I'm so, so thankful for that because I know others don't have that. And I recently came out to my mother and she didn't really care much because she's just kind of given up on her children being like she wanted them to be. Which is a whole other story. I'm not going to get into family problems. But basically my mom didn't react pretty much at all when I told her. I still haven't told my stepdad, which he's very, very conservative. But I know he loves me, so I think, I don't think he'll agree with it, but I think he'll love me no matter what. So I'm blessed to have that. Okay, so my camera died, so I have just a minute left with the new, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video off. I just wanted to let y'all know that I'm always open to talk if you need to talk about, anything, if you need to talk about your sexuality or someone to talk to about that, I'm always here for y'all. I know this is kind of probably weird because probably the only people watching this are my friends. Hey guys. But don't worry, I'm cringing too. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, also keep a good lookout for some upcoming videos. I'm really wanting to relaunch my YouTube channel this summer and from now on, because I'm about to go into college. I have a lot of good ideas and I have some things that I'm excited to do this summer that I want to vlog, so definitely keep a lookout for that. Yeah, happy Pride Month, guys. I love you all. Have a good day.